फ्यूचर में, बिकॉज इतने सारे challenges आ रहे हैं. So अगर if you want the company to grow, then we'll have to think differently, we'll have to plan differently, we'll have to work differently.
Especially for the auto sector. For the first time in 6 years, we have crossed the financial year 19 volume production peak.
India would be a large base for automotive OEMs to come into India, and Sumax is a one-stop solution provider for all your requirements. Sumax is selling to Toyota, Suzuki, Tata, Mahindra, MG, Honda. Our USP being that we can offer premium products at the most competitive prices. Right now exporting to 7 countries.
EV, hybrid, CNG, petrol, diesel. आज अगर किसी को vehicle लेना है, so वो कौन सा fuel type का ले?
If he's using it for the city, when you ask a Marwadi if he had business, he says from day one, when you're sitting in the family and the father doing business, you hear conversations and you start getting trained and you get groomed from day one. What we did is we didn't focus only on their sales. We looked at the...
Why do you think is it the right time to go into the IPO?
Everything is about timing. So we wait.
But the other option is also there, debt raise. Why to have equity?
Debt का मीटर 24 hours चलता है.
Let's say I am a Hyundai, right? अगर मेरे पास Sumax is also coming and 3M is also coming. Why would I prefer Sumax over 3M or any other big brand? What value you are adding? Is it only the price difference or is it the quality you are adding to the table?
Whatever you do, you have to focus to be the best. It's very difficult for you to have success in the long run.
Hyderabadi or Marwadi by heart, what was your first car and what car you currently own?
Today, by God's grace, I drive a GLE.
And how much of your revenue is coming from automotive sector versus non-automotive?
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Hi Sudeep, welcome to the podcast. We are having this podcast at a very interesting times, especially for the auto sector. For the first time in 6 years, we have crossed the financial year 19 volume production peak. GST cut is booming the demand. Auto ancillary companies are doing the record capex. And your company, Sumax Engineering, rightly sit at the center of the story that we just discussed. So your company is powering the auto ancillary boom, or I would say auto industry boom, right from behind the scene. The objective of this podcast is to understand about your company in a very simple terms so that even a layman investor can understand it.
Welcome, Abhishek. It's nice to have you in our premises in Manesar. Thank you for this opportunity to share my views. I look forward to hearing more from you, and let's go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Sudeep, let's start from very beginning. You started this journey about 32 years ago. So how did the auto sector look back then, and why you specifically chose this sector?
It's a very interesting question you ask. Okay, 32 years ago, I was exploring the same question. Which sector do I get in? I did my Masters of Business Administration from Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, Pune, batch of 1992. I worked with my dad's company for 3 years. My dad was a distributor for JCB, Ingersoll Rand Sandvik for the state of Andhra Pradesh. I wanted to explore a business that would make me travel worldwide. Also, at the same time, look at a business that would have a future which will not have boundaries.
Okay.
I felt that the automotive business at that time, which was controlled by 3 or 4 OEMs, such as Hindustan Motors, Fiat, Tata, Mahindra, Daewoo, and India would be a large base for automotive OEMs to come into India because we had a vast population. So there was a market in India. At the same time, we had qualified English speaking and a mass population of educated engineers and diploma holders, which would be necessary to manufacture. At the same time, what we felt was India would be a great place for having innovative and new models being launched because India offered innovation and the new generation was coming in that time.
Okay. Prior to this, you don't have any experience into the business of your own. Like it was your dad का जो business था that you did. वो किस चीज का business था?
When you ask a Marwadi if he had business, he says from day one, when you're sitting in the family and the father doing business, you hear conversations and you start getting trained and you get groomed from day one. My dad worked in the industry for over 25 years before he started to set up his own enterprise. He started his operations in 1984. So in a span of about 10 years, we realized that our focus would be more on getting into innovative products and products that we can market not only in Andhra Pradesh, but also we can launch this all over India, because we, in a span of 10 years, grew very fast.
Okay.
And for an entrepreneur, boundary should not be the limitation. We
Right.
should have the potential or the scope which we had. And at the same time, we found we should also have an opportunity to go and show our strengths, at the same time expand our company.
Okay, nice. So Sudeep, let's walk through your business model. Company धंधा कैसे करती है, कमाती कैसे है, and overall revenue के कितने segments in the company?
Primarily, we are focusing on the automotive OEM business, which is the original equipment manufacturers.
Okay.
We are also then selling products to the after sales service or spare parts division of the automotive itself.
Okay.
We are also making for some brands in the private label. And of last few years, we've been focusing to develop our brand and market our products pan-India. Okay. So our focus has been on products which we will sell to the car factories, two-wheeler factories, bumper factories. Then these companies themselves came to us and saying, why don't you develop the products? Because, you know, as you rightly said, the numbers of the automotive, both two-wheeler and four-wheeler, are shooting up. But all these cars require denting, painting, and maintenance.
Right.
So as they require these, the products which are used in the manufacturing are similar products, and we can add several more products which can be sold in the aftermarket, which is in the body shop and for the value-added services and for the maintenance, and at the same time for beautification of the car.
Okay.
So we have a full basket of products which we offer, and Sumax is a one-stop solution provider for all your requirements. So the customer does not have to go to several people, can go to one stop and offer. Our USP being that we can offer premium products at the most competitive prices. So
Okay.
Sumax is manufacturing several products. We are converting several products. We are branding several products. At the same time, we are also partners with several global companies for India. Companies like Nichiban, Soft 99, Indaza. And these companies are global players which have established brands and product quality all over the world. We are their exclusive partners for India, and we market the product pan-India as well.
Sudeep, let's go a bit slow. First, let's say you are making 100 rupees, 100 रुपये बना रहे हो, उसमें से कितना percentage is coming from manufacturing, trading? Let's go broader levels and a bit slow because the audience is जो जिसको auto sector नहीं पता. So let's dissect a bit slow, okay?
So if we are doing 100 rupees worth of business, our manufacturing is around 60 to 65%.
Okay.
And some products are a little bit more, some are less, depending on the segment what we are, because we have various products in the various segments we have. The trading is between 40 to 45%
Okay.
on some products, and some it's going to be between 20 to 25, depending on the range and segment we are in.
Okay.
So overall, if you look at it, say 60% is manufacturing and 40% is trading.
Now let's go. What do you in manufacturing? What are the products that you are manufacturing, and top 5 products? Just say most of your revenue is coming.
So the top 5 products, if you look, the first is our automotive die cuts and adhesive tapes. Okay, that constitutes itself to about 40-45% of our total revenue.
Okay, that is the automotive die cuts and tapes.
Yes.
So what is automotive die cuts?
Automotive die cuts, in simple terms, is when you want to have two-tone painting on your car. If you see the new cars which are coming, if you look at them, the body of the car is in one color and the roof is in a different color.
Right.
In the same way, in the two-wheeler industry, you find a fuel tank, there are different colors which are coming. So in the manufacturing process, they need to mask, and they need a customized product that will mask the whole area before painting, so that you can have 2 colors on the same vehicle.
That we have dual tone color, right?
You can also call them dual tone colors, and but it also comes in different shapes. So it cannot be that it's just the whole part. It can also be a sub part of that having a different color and mix of colors.
Okay, understood regarding your die cut business. Now let's come to tapes. So tapes are something I also use at my home. Is it the same tape or is it a special one?
Yes, the tapes are in a wide variety of products. We offer more than 100 different kinds of tapes.
Okay.
For the home, we call it the general masking tape. Then we call it the drop down paints, paints which are the combination of tapes with film. So you can cover an area so that when somebody is going to paint, you're not going to have any spillage on your furniture or your upholstery and so on and so forth. So we offer those kind of products as well.
Okay.
In tapes, we have even for bundling, for splicing, we are having for packaging and different kinds of tapes, from crepe masking tape to duct tape to filament tape, reflective tapes, and high temperature tapes, PVC tapes. There's a big range of products that we offer.
And all these tapes and die cuts are used while painting the car.
Not only when we are at the time of painting of the cars, but in the household also for transportation, even carton sealing or export shipments, you use a filament tape, you use duct tapes, which are used for ducting applications on air conditioning and even home products. So we have taping adhesive tapes are a very large range of products for different applications.
Okay. And how much of your revenue is coming from automotive sector versus non-automotive?
The automotive sector for us is almost 95%.
95%. So your tapes and all is mostly going into the auto industry, right?
Absolutely.
And you are supplying only to the OEM.
Our focus is on the automobile original equipment manufacturers. We are also doing the body shop. Body shop is the pre-paint and post-paint garages. Then we are also now selling to the home and domestic users also.
Okay, that is also you're doing.
We're covering that area also.
So in the 60% of your business, that is manufacturing, we discussed about die cuts and tapes. What else is there in that?
Apart from tapes and die cuts, we are also having the full range of abrasive products.
Abrasive.
Yes, abrasive is basically Hindi में उनको रेगमार बोलते हैं.
Regmar.
Scuffing of household, even for automotive or any woodworking and various variety of products. So our objective was to have a wider area of segment that we can sell our products so that we can reach pan India. At one time मैं सोचता था कि हमारे products, हमारा brand हर घर में दिखना चाहिए. So similarly we have roughly about 3,200 different products that we
SKUs.
offer, SKUs जो बोलते हैं, in our product range from various segments.
Okay, nice. So we understood about your manufacturing business. Now let's see your trading business. That is 40% of your business. उसमें क्या करते हो आप?
Normally क्या होता है कि we cannot manufacture all products because to have a manufacturing facility for over 3,000 products will be a big investment, and at the same time it might not justify the volumes. What we did is people came to us, OEMs came to us, customers came to us saying that अगर आप ये देते हैं तो ये प्रोडक्ट क्यों नहीं दे देते. तो हमने क्या बोला, एक बास्केट बना लेते हैं. बास्केट बनाने में ये एडवांटेज होता है कि ब्रांड रिकॉल हो जाता है और हर कस्टमर आपके पास एक प्रोडक्ट पूछने आता है. उस टाइम आप उसको दूसरे प्रोडक्ट भी बेच सकते हो. सो ट्रेडिंग में हमने we identified products that we could bring to India from global players,
Okay.
which again, as we said, that we will offer the highest quality at the most competitive prices. So हमने वो products identify करे which will make sense, value to the customers, and when he is going to buy that product, he is going to keep coming again and again asking us to develop and offer him a wider range of products, and that will be good for the company and for the growth of the company.
Can you name the companies जिनके आप product sell करते हैं in the trading business?
In the trading, we have exclusive partnerships with
Okay.
Nichiban in Japan, Soft 99 in Japan, Sumiron in Japan, Indasa from Portugal, and Airvantage from Taiwan.
Can you show some products if you are having जो आप trading business में sell करते हो?
ट्रेडिंग में हम लोग जो प्रोडक्ट्स करते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल आप ये देखेंगे, दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट वी हैव इन फ्रॉम Sumax. नाउ दीज आर यूज्ड बाय ऑल वुडवर्किंग इंडस्ट्री. दीज आर यूज्ड बाय बिफोर पेंटिंग एंड आफ्टर पेंटिंग. दिस इज बेसिकली हिंदी में इसको बोलते हैं कि सैंडिंग डिस्क बोलते हैं.
Okay.
सैंड करने के लिए एप्लीकेशन होता है. और ये प्रोडक्ट आप टूल के ऊपर यूज़ करके, जो इंडिया में ओल्ड वेज में आप हाथ से यूज़ करते थे, नाउ द टूल्स आर कमिंग, न्यूमैटिक टूल्स आर कमिंग, specialized tools are coming, which are going to reduce your time and give you a higher surface finish. The other products what we have here, if you see, we have the products in our brand which is for glass body,
Okay.
for the automotive glass and for the body.
These are the Sumax products.
These are the Sumax
Okay.
products. Now these are not manufactured by us, but these are made for us in our brand.
Okay.
We also have a premium company like Soft 99. If you see, they are one of the world leaders in ceramic coating. Up nowadays, this has become in great fashion where you have products which are applied on the car when you call glass coating. So the gloss levels protection from minor scratches at that. So they are one of the world leaders in this Soft 99. And then we have companies like Nichiban, which are all there, which you can look. And we also offer the same
And
products.
India में like soft 99 के products only you are selling
Yes. So we are the exclusive partners with them
throughout the India.
for almost 12 years now.
Okay, and all the brands you are planning to add more brands in the trading side.
The idea is to increase our product range, but now since our company is getting more and more well known, we would like them to make under our own private label.
Okay.
So of course it becomes easier in the initial stages because Indian companies or Indian customers prefer to look at a Japanese or a German or a global brand to come to India. But now with our brand also becoming popular, brand is not of a global company that important, but we would like to have them in our own range as well.
Okay, got it. And also, what is your split between India versus the rest of the world? In export, I'm talking about.
Export, we are right now exporting to 7 countries. If you look at our sales in the export is just 1%.
Okay.
The idea for us now in the years to come is to focus on the global market because Indian market is the most difficult market to sell.
Right.
Because India में हर आदमी एक पैसे के बारे में सोचता है
Right.
और उनको quality तो everybody wants to have the best.
Hmm.
If you're able to market and establish your product in India, then to establish in countries even like Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, is very, very easy. But the Indian market is very large itself. So our focus was to first अपने घर में तो बेच लें और establish हो जाए, which is much more easier and simple, and the cost of course being much lower. Or if you have extra surplus amount, then go globally. Global जाने के लिए we will have to compete with the global brands and packaging and other standards being very, very important. For us Indian companies, जो बोलते हैं दिखता है वो बिकता है. So we have been focusing to improve the packaging standards for the bottle quality, packaging, everything, and even the MOQs, so that it is more user friendly and the customer finds it good. So we've been working on this. I think the first stage, because we are very established in all the automobile assembly plants. For example, we are selling to Hyundai in India. So now the Hyundai facilities we exported before the war to Russia because the models being the same. They have the same model which is there, which has been manufactured in India and also manufactured in Russia. So they say that the products you are supplying in India, why don't you give us? And it's a no-brainer that your price is very, very competitive. That's why they're coming to us because har country mein aaj price is the main thing, other costs are increasing. And they also need products which are well established. We don't have any defects. So everybody is trying to work towards zero defect. So our company products are fairly established and the volumes in India are also very large. So now markets like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Turkey, and other countries, countries are also approaching the facilities from there as they want us to buy. For us to go in the global market, I think we invested last year in the Automechanica Germany, and we wanted to have a feel of the market. So now this is one of the stepping stones, and I hope in the near future we should be able to expand our products.
Okay. Right now it's about 1% we export in the overall revenue. How much in the future you're targeting कि इतना revenue exports है? Because export is a high margin business, right?
Yes, the margins, because when the dollar and euro are becoming more and more expensive, we'll make more profits.
Correct.
Yes. But the challenges also are that you need to have an infrastructure. बिना infrastructure के आप खाली product को बेच नहीं सकते. So to identify the right partner, whether you want to sell directly or through a channel, at the same time, undoubtedly, like India में about 4 to 4.5 million cars are going to be manufactured in India every year. But globally, आप volume देखोगे तो India is hardly a few % of the total market.
Right.
India is growing, of course, and but the advantage India में है कि नए models, नए technologies, नया investment करा हुआ है. So they look at India also as a mother company. So yes, there is a great potential for going exports, and if you find the right customer, if you're able to make the breakthrough, then sky is the limit. In fact, what we are doing for the potential, our competitions are with global companies, which are all Fortune 500s or multi-billion dollar companies. So for us to expand, sky is the limit.
Okay. And you named कि Hyundai आपका client है. So in India, जितनी भी Hyundai की factories हैं are all taking the material from you, or there are other product or companies जो उनको supply कर रही हैं the same thing.
Automotive OEMs में normally they feel because they want to have one source.
Okay.
Because if you have two products coming from two different suppliers, एक की quality better होएगी, different होएगी, तो workers जो होते हैं फिर वो थोड़े कभी-कभी crib करते हैं. So most OEMs prefer to have one source for one product as long as they are competitive. So they have either also some of the products we have are specced in. तो जब वो design concept पे रहते हैं, वो products OEM आपको introduce करती है, testing करती है, एंड जब वो स्पेक इन हो जाता है तो लाइफ ऑफ दैट मॉडल तक वो प्रोडक्ट चलते हैं.
Okay.
So we are supplying to Hyundai facilities. They have two facilities in India. एक तो चेन्नई में, एक पुणे में. So we are supplying our products to both the facilities.
Sudeep, apart from Hyundai, और कौन से client हैं आपके?
Sumax is selling to all the two-wheeler, four-wheeler plants in India, such as Toyota, Suzuki, Tata, Mahindra, MG, Honda.
Okay.
इसके अलावा we are also selling to commercial vehicles, and we are also selling to the bumper plants. Two-wheeler में हम लोग we are selling to Honda, Yamaha, TVS, Bajaj, Royal Enfield, and the new ones which are coming like Ola.
Okay.
Electric vehicles में भी हम लोग हमारे products बेचते हैं.
So to almost all the OEMs, majority, right?
Yes.
And among that, what is your split among four-wheeler versus two-wheeler?
Honestly, I haven't done the calculation, but roughly आप मान के चलो 50-50 है.
50-50. Okay. And your products are mostly EV agnostic, right? Like कोई भी ICE engine बिके और EV बिके, battery बिके, your products would be relevant.
Yes. See, because we sell the products before painting and after painting on surface finish and on transit protections. So हमारे products are used by everyone and it will continue using by everyone. Whether the engine is using diesel or whether you're using petrol or using EV, our product will be sold and used by them.
Okay, nice. And now let me reiterate what I understood about your business. So out of 100 rupees that you're earning, 60 is coming from manufacturing.
Yes.
In that you have majorly die cuts, tapes, and the 40% is from the trading part.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
In which you are selling the global brand products in India.
Absolutely.
Right?
And also our brand.
Yes, also your brand. And you have an exclusive tie-up with those brands. And you're planning to do more of the white labeling under your name only.
White labeling, we are having our own brand and also we do the white labeling for the automobile assembly plants. जैसे कार कंपनीज के लिए उनके ब्रांड है, स्पेयर पार्ट्स में उनके लिए भी करते हैं, मेनली ऑन द ऑटोमोटिव सेक्टर.
वो कितना वाइट लेबलिंग कितना है रेवेन्यू का?
वाइट लेबलिंग अभी जो बिकॉज एवरी ईयर थोड़ा फ्लक्चुएट होता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच इज देयर. रफली हमारा करीब 7 to 8% टोटल बिजनेस है.
ओके. एंड कौन से रेवेन्यू से मेजॉरिटी यू सी ग्रोथ आएगा अमंग जो भी हमने डिस्कस करा, वेदर इट्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, ट्रेडिंग, आफ्टर मार्केट, और कौन सा वाला पोर्शन दैट यू सी सबसे ज़्यादा ग्रो करेगा?
इन दी ऑटोमोटिव आई फील दी आफ्टर मार्केट इज गोइंग टू बूम इन अ बिग वे बिकॉज आपने जैसे बोला था करीब 45 लाख कार्स इंडिया में बन रही है.
करेक्ट.
और मे बी अबाउट 25 मिलियन मोटरसाइकिल्स बन रही है. तो हर साल ये जो ग्रो होने वाले हैं, बट हर साल में जो इनका इनकी सर्विसिंग भी होनी पड़ेगी, इनको क्लीन भी करना पड़ेगा, इनको मेंटेन भी करना पड़ेगा. तो ये सेगमेंट एवरी ईयर बढ़ता जाएगा बाई अराउंड 30 मिलियन. तो आप देखोगे कि अगर 30 मिलियन बन रहे हैं पर नेक्स्ट ईयर वो 30 का 60 हो जाएगा, 65 हो जाएगा, फिर थर्ड ईयर वो 10 मिलियन हो जाएगा, 100 मिलियन हो जाएगा. सो बढ़ते जाएंगे वॉल्यूम्स डिपेंडिंग ऑन द मॉडल एंड थिंग्स.
ओके. एंड हु इज योर क्लोजेस्ट कॉम्पिटिटर इन इंडिया एंड ग्लोबली?
We have looked at higher end companies which are our competitors.
Okay.
Because we look at high quality products at most competitive price. Companies like 3M, companies like Wurth, TISA, Saint Gobain. These are our main competitors.
Let's say I am a Hyundai, right? अगर मेरे पास Sumax is also coming and 3M is also coming, why would I prefer Sumax over 3M or any other big brand? What value you're adding? Is it only the price difference or is it the like quality you're adding to the table?
Sare OEMs will never compromise on the quality. Even a customer will not compromise on his quality.
Right.
Price advantage, yes, that is important. But today people require service. So if they have any complaints or if they have any requirements, how quickly you are able to address them. If you look at our service of Sumax, we have pan-India distribution. So that is one of our major USPs. We have a competent team. We have people who have been working for decades with us, and we are able to service them quickly.
And what is the total addressable market size of this industry in which you are working?
As I said, we have about 3,000 odd SKUs. The market for this, if you look at with rupee term, at least it should be over 5,000 crores.
5,000 crore. Okay. In India?
In India. And they are growing.
Percentage कितने rate से grow कर रहा है?
Indian automobile market and industry is growing anything between 10 to 20% per year, depending on the segment, depending on the product.
And what is the global market of this same industry?
And if you look at companies like 3M, they are over 30 billion.
Correct.
TSI is over $6 billion. Worth is over $19 billion. So there's an enormous amount of potential to grow and to offer these products.
Okay. And Sumax ke products that you said are like in top-notch quality as per your peers as well, and you're also offering them at a lower price. So price difference kitna hai of the same SKU?
We are not offering them at a lower price. We are offering them at a competitive price.
Okay.
Because lower is a relative term.
Yes.
And price difference depending on the products, anything between 10% to even some products we are able to offer up to 50% more competitive.
10 to 50. Okay. And like we discussed about manufacturing and trading wala business, what is the margin difference? Because in manufacturing, you would always be having a higher margin, and in trading, you will be having a lower margin. So tentatively, kitna difference hai among both the segments?
Rather than the segment, you can say, depending on the number of pieces you sell. Okay. Because what happens is, if you are selling very large quantities, then the margins definitely will be less because it's a repetitive and you just have to ship with the same effort.
Correct.
But when it comes to the trading, normally trading is more lucrative because they buy lesser pieces and the prices are very, very, you get a very good price and you get a very good return on your investment.
Okay. So trading, you said that it's a higher margin business.
Absolutely. Because the quantity is less.
Okay. So the India's consumer is genuinely confused between which fuel type levo, whether it's EV, hybrid, CNG, petrol, diesel. You are supplying to almost all the OEMs and you are a veteran also. What advice would you give to them कि आज अगर किसी को vehicle लेना है, so वो कौन सा fuel type का ले?
If he's using it for the city, even the government is pushing EV vehicles.
Right.
These have just been introduced recently, a few years ago, but the demand and the performance has been very nice. Even the OEMs in India, if you look at Tata, look at Mahindra, even now MG and BYD, they are also pushing this in a very, very big way. Certain companies feel that you have to go for a mix, a blend of both, hybrid jo bolte hain. Even those are good, but those are good for longer ranges of distance travel. So अगर आप 600, 800, 1000 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करना चाह रहे हैं, and the major constraint of the EV vehicles is they don't have so many charging stations. So in a few years, I think once the charging stations are done, and of course the time duration also is slightly longer. If you don't have that much time to wait, then people are still no other option but to go in for vehicles which are used with all these fuels such as diesel and petrol.
And you look at abhi jo EV hai is a very small pie overall industry ka, but it will surely grow, right?
Yes, I think it will grow, and the future everybody is looking at that, not only for the cars but also for the two-wheelers.
Okay. And the companies that are purely in the EV space, how is the demand growing for your products? Let's say Ola, example, is your client as well. So how is the growth in terms of Ather, Ola? I'm talking about purely for the EV companies.
हर कंपनी जो पेंट यूज करती है जो सरफेस फिनिश पे बिलीव करते हैं, वेदर मेटल पे कर रहे हैं, प्लास्टिक पे कर रहे हैं, हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स लगते हैं. तो फॉर अस लकीली वी आर इन द सेगमेंट विच इज़ नॉट डिटरमिन्ड बाय ओनली व्हाट काइंड ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी दे आर यूजिंग of the engine. But I think our demand will continuously grow. And not only there, but even afterwards when they are sold in the aftermarket, हमारा demand रहेगा.
Okay. So let's dive into the financials of the Sumax. So in FY23, I can say you are having 126 crore ka revenue. And for H1 FY26, you did around 72 crore ka revenue broadly. If I analyze it, so roughly 140 crore ka number comes up. So if I look at the 3 years ka CAGR is almost 4%. When we say auto sector is growing at a very high speed, but if you look at the growth of your company is very less. Why is it so?
What we did is we didn't focus only on the sales. We looked at the profitability.
Okay.
Turnover आप कुछ भी कर लो, profitable होना चाहिए.
Okay.
So we were reducing the number of SKUs. We are focusing on the fast-moving, profitable products. So if you look at our profitability, that is considerably improved because of innovation, cost cuttings, improving management processes in the production, and also better stock planning, product focus. Now, if you feel that the return, which is about 5% growth annually, is less, one other reason was that the capacity is what we had. We are almost maxed all. There were two options going for a higher expansion with more plant facilities to be set up, which we didn't do. Because what we felt was in stage one, we would like to optimize the product process and the manufacturing capabilities. And in second phase, which we are coming today, we are very keen to expand our manufacturing facilities. We have already purchased 2 lands. And from 55,000 square feet, which we have now, we plan to increase it by 110,000 square feet. So we'll have over 160,000 square feet available by next year.
Okay, then there would not be an issue regarding the growth, right?
Yes, we will have more space. We will have ample new number of team members to work so that we can increase our production. We can sell to the local market. We can export. But it was a conscious decision last 3 years to consolidate everything and make it more efficient before we expand in the volumes and numbers of sales.
Okay, so if I look at your FY23 EBITDA margins, it was around 6.3%, and in H1 FY26 around 11.8%. So almost EBITDA margins double ho gaye, but revenue new grew kara, you explained. So the margins that are in FY26 roughly 11-12%, is it sustainable or ye one time tha?
We'll have to do a mix and match of everything.
Okay.
First, we'll have to look at high profit making products. We'll have to look at profits which are products which are not going to have too much of competition. And we'll have to focus on the segment where we can sell easily and there is a demand. Because now customers, I find, are willing to pay more as long as you're able to make their job easy. So we'll focus on that kind of products, and we have a team now who understands the market, understands the customer requirements, and we are focusing on that. That has been our focus area for the last 3 years, and you can see the results are very encouraging.
Yes.
Thanks to the whole team.
Almost double ho gaye EBITDA margins. And regarding the revenue, can you quantify kitna CAGR in terms of 1, 3, 5 year down the line जो आप लोग internal target कर रहे हो?
Internal target with the expansion, what we are saying, with 55,000 square feet अभी area है, उसको अगर हम 160,000 square feet पे करते हैं, so we have enough infrastructure to increase our sales by about 40 to 50% in the next 2 years.
So Sumax is doing the IPO, right? Next month you're going IPO. So why do you think is it the right time to go into the IPO? Is it something you want to do the value unlocking of the company, or you need funds? What is the purpose for this IPO?
You asked me a question yourself. आपने मुझे पूछा कि भाई आपका टर्नओवर इतना क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा है? टर्नओवर करने के लिए जगह चाहिए. जगह चाहिए कि हमको जगह खरीदनी पड़ेगी. हमने जगह खरीद ली, 2 जगह, एक रिलायंस मेट में खरीद ली और एक हमने रिको भिवाड़ी में खरीद ली. अब वी हैव ऑलरेडी इन्वेस्टेड रफली 25 crores इन दैट. अब उनको इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड करने, फैक्ट्री करने के लिए, वर्किंग कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए, देयर इज नो बेटर वे देन गोइंग फॉर एन IPO. सो everything is about timing. So we waited enough so that we came into a position where we felt And at the same time, Indian market also is expanding. So now is a great time for us to go for this. And valuation और company growth के लिए और talent को बुलाने के लिए, attract करने के लिए, IPO is very, very important, I feel.
Okay, but the other option is also there, debt raise, because पैसा चाहिए तो debt से मिल जाएगा. Why to have equity?
Debt का मीटर 24 आवर्स चलता है. ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री में क्या होएगा नहीं होएगा फ्यूचर में, बिकॉज इतने सारे सब्जेक्टिव challenges आ रहे हैं. So we want to be positive, but we also want to be prudent. So we look at the best option that is available for us.
Okay.
And I personally feel that growth, we are not just looking at 50%, but we should target next 5 years. So if you want the company to grow 3x, then we'll have to think differently, we'll have to plan differently, we'll have to work differently.
All right. And in the IPO, how much funds are you planning to raise? I know अभी DRHP file हुआ है, but tentatively if you can tell.
IPO में minimum 27% आपको roughly dilute करना पड़ता है.
Correct.
तो company is looking at it, which basically अभी we are looking at revenue between 50 to 60 crores.
Okay, 50 to 60
of the IPO size.
Okay. And उसका यूज कहाँ पे होगा? If you have mapped कि कितना परसेंटेज कहाँ पे यूज करना है?
मेन पर्पस उसका दो है. एक अपना आ रहा है फॉर द न्यू प्लांट एंड मशीनरी दैट वी आर बिल्डिंग अप, एंड वील आल्सो लुक एट द वर्किंग कैपिटल. एंड when we have filed the DRHP, we said little percentage of that also is going in OFS.
Okay. And how much would be the OFS out of it, the entire fundraise?
Roughly, let's say about 20% of the total amount raised.
Okay. 20% would be OFS and rest would be fresh issue, right?
Yes.
And after the IPO, how would the shareholding of the Sumax would look like?
After the shareholder, after the IPO, the promoters will have anything between 70 to 73%.
Okay. And who all are the promoter?
The family is the mains owning the 70 to 73%.
Okay. And rest would be public, right?
Rest would be public.
Okay. Sudeep, let's play a rapid fire round. Are you ready for it?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Best advice that you ever got and from whom?
I was very fortunate in very early stages of my life. I had a mentor who told me that never try and sell a product.
Okay.
Find a solution what the customer wants. If you find and give him a solution, you'll have a customer for life.
Okay. And this advice you got from?
His name was Vipin Jain.
Okay.
He was working for a company called Agilent, where I did my internship.
Okay. Hyderabadi or Marwadi by heart?
In Hyderabadi, we say kya bole ki. So that's one of the best ways to say we don't really know
Okay.
what to answer.
Okay. What was your first car and what car you currently own today?
The first car was a Maruti 800.
Okay.
I remember that when I moved into Delhi, an amazing car. Today, by God's grace, I drive a GLE,
Okay.
Mercedes.
Nice. Most expensive thing that you have ever bought for yourself, excluding home and car?
I bought jewelry for my wife.
Yeah, that is also expensive. But for yourself. That's why I asked.
I think a watch.
Watch, yeah. Watch comes after car, home, right? Your message to a young entrepreneur, or I would say a person who is doing a 9-to-5 job, hustling in his life and wants to escape and start something of his own. So what advice would you give to him?
Whatever you do, you have to focus to be the best. You have to plan, work hard, strive. So timing is not very important and the duration is not very important. The key for me is that what position you end up at. Unless you are aiming to be in the top 2 or top 3, it's very difficult for you to have success in the long run.
Okay.
Because today everybody is very demanding, only performers. If you only see that there is only one gold medal and there is one silver medal and one bronze medal. So only the top 3 get. The rest, though they They compete, they work very hard in their lives, but they are not rewarded.
Okay. Thanks, Sudeep. It was pleasure speaking with you. All the best for the IPO.
Thank you so much. Much appreciate for you.
Okay.
And wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.